guys, it's me again, Rossy B, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today's video, guys, is I'm going to talk about tips and tricks on how to get your Canada Tourist Visa approved or Canada Visit Visa approved even during pandemic. These tips and tricks that I'm going to share with you is those that those visa that is successfully approved that I do services with. So I do visa services for people who wants me to write their explanation letter, to arrange their documents, and the only thing they will do is to submit their documents, they submit their application in CIC Canada. So this tips and tricks is very helpful when you apply for a tourist visa or visit visa in Canada. If you watch my video, guys, on how I get my Canada Tourist Visa approved, given that I was a solo traveler, I don't have family or relative in Canada, I don't have invitation, or I don't have a sponsorship. If you watch that video, this video, guys, is from those people that I provide my services with, that make their visa successfully approved even during pandemic. So what are the tips and tricks, guys? I just want to let everyone know that I am not a visa consultant or a visa expert. Everything that I'm going to share with you is based on my experience, my personal experience when I applied for a visa, and based on my experience on those people that I helped their visa get approved. So I'm not an immigration lawyer. Everything in this video is based on personal experience and based on personal knowledge. I actually study the immigration processes. I understand how because I've been to different countries, I've traveled different countries, I obtained different visa from different countries. So over the years, I learned how to apply the visa and how to convince the immigration consul based on your documents. So these tips and tricks, guys, I hope these tips and tricks will help you in your visa application. So the number one tips and tricks that I'm going to give you, guys, is the clarity of your visa application or purpose of travel. When I say clarity, when you are, let's say you apply for a tourist visa in Canada. So what are the documents that you need to submit that will back up your purpose of travel? So like you should have an round-trip airline ticket. Round-trip airline ticket, guys, is very important. It's because if your purpose is just for visit or for tourism, it will give the officer that you are not going to stay in Canada longer, that you are not going to use that visa to stay longer. So you have to go back at the end of your intended vacation because you already have a round-trip ticket. Second is, if you were working in a company as a leave form from your company that is specified that the purpose of the leave is to go for a vacation. So you really have to have a clarity of your purpose, why you went to Canada. Because if you're not sure, if you are not clear on your purpose, like let's say you went for a tourism or a visit visa, but your documents will not tell on the purpose, does not back up on the purpose of your application or your purpose of your travel, your visa will get denied. Third, guys, is detailed itinerary. If you go for a tourism or a visit visa, you should prepare a detailed itinerary of your visa application, because detailed itinerary will tell the immigration consul, because you will not going to have an interview. So these documents will tell that you have a planned thing that you are going to do, that you are really going for a tourism, because your detailed itinerary will tell what kind of activities or what kind of planned activities that you are going to do in the country where you're going to travel, like in Canada. So it will give the immigration consul that you already have a planned travel. So detailed itinerary is important. If you are being invited, guys, if you have an invitation from someone, so you must have an invitation letter. You can't just say to the officer that you are invited by someone but it doesn't have you an invitation letter. Along with your invitation letter, guys, is the copy of the passport, citizenship, or permanent residency of the person who invite you to come to Canada. If you are invited to someone, even if the expense is paid by you and you are invited by someone, they give you an invitation letter, you should also have to provide your proof of relationship to the person who will invite you. If it's a relative, you should have this proof. Or if it's your girlfriend or boyfriend that invite you to come to Canada, you have pictures together. So those will give the intention of your travel, that you have enough proof. So you have to be very clear of what you are really going to do based on your visa application. You can say that you will go for a tourist visa in Canada and then you are going to apply for a job, or you will go for a tourist visa or visit visa but you will attend for an interview. This is a red flag. Right away you get denied. So first trick guys, first tip on your visa application is a clarity of your purpose of travel, a clear intention of what is you are really going to do based on your visa application. Second guys is your proof of financial support. So if you are going to travel for a tourism and you indicate that you will the one who will going to spend or pay for all of your expenses abroad, you have to have enough evidence, enough proof of income. Why you need to have a proof of income is because why you travel when you can't even provide for your ticket or accommodation. So you have to have more than enough, more than of your expenses, enough financial evidence that you are qualified. If you have a sponsor, let's say I have a sponsor, so you don't need show money, or you don't need a financial capacity to travel because somebody will sponsor you. You have to ask that sponsor their financial records, that they can take care of you, they will become responsible of you while you are on other countries. So proof of financial support is very important if you travel. The third tip, guys, is your preparedness. How would you explain to the immigration officer your how prepared are you for this travel? Because especially now that is during pandemic. So on all of my client guys, on all of the visa that I do, I always make it sure that they are fully vaccinated, meaning you are fully vaccinated when you came to Canada. 14 days before your travel. At least 14 days before your travel, you are already fully vaccinated, and you should present that vaccination report on your application of visa. Second is you have a quarantine plan. What if even if you are fully vaccinated and you tested positive while you are traveling, do you have a quarantine plan? So be sure guys to have this thing. You are prepared enough, you are aware of the situation that there is a COVID situation, there is a pandemic right now. So you are prepared for this kind of situation. And third is mention that you will purchase an insurance upon approval of your visa. That insurance that will take care of your expenses if you get sick while you are approved. This is very important, guys, that you will mention that you will get an insurance, because especially now during pandemic, this is very important, crucial in your visa approval. So be sure that you mention to the officer that upon approval of my visa, I will purchase an insurance that will cover expenses while I am abroad. And it's also, insurance is very important when you travel abroad, especially during this pandemic, because if you get sick abroad and you don't have insurance, it's very expensive. And it is also very important for the officer to know these things, because they don't want you to come to their country and you become a liability. You become a responsibility of the country that you are going to travel, especially if you travel for tourism or visit visa. The fourth tips, guys, the fourth and last tips that I'm going to share with you is your explanation letter. I actually have a client, guys. He is a student in Germany. He is an Indian national. He is a student in Germany, and he applied for a visit visa to visit her girlfriend who study in Canada. So he's a student in Germany, and his girlfriend is student in Canada, a student visa, and he is going to visit. The purpose of his visa application is to visit his girlfriend. So what made his visa approved, guys, is his explanation letter. Because how did he earn, how did he obtain such money in a bank when he is still a student in Germany? So in his explanation letter, on his proof of financial support, he explained that I write an explanation letter for him, and I explained that his income, yes, he is allowed to work even if his visa allow him to work even if studying in Germany. And I attach all of his bank certificate, his pay stub, his tax return, that help that makes the consul understand. Because if you don't explain where this money came from, and your visa that you show to this country is still a student, that will give this the officer you should, like, before, you should give the evidence right away. You don't need the officer to search for you. Make it available for them by making an explanation letter, especially if you have an ad situation like this person. Third is explanation letter, guys, and every documents and every proof of documents that you are going to submit and you think that you need to explain, make an explanation, make a cover letter in every documents that you are going to submit, and combine it in one documents and in one page, but makes an explanation letter, especially if you think that you need to explain because you don't have an interview. The officer will assess your application based on the documents that you are going to submit. And if you need that, in order for you to make the officer clarify on what these documents, what is this purpose is all about, is to make an explanation letter. That way it's easy for the officer to check your documents. This is very crucial. This is explanation letter is very important when you are going to apply for a tourist visa or visit visa, because you are not going to have an interview. If you watch my video, guys, on how I get my tourist visa approved, it is my explanation letter. I believe that it was my explanation letter that made my visa approved given my circumstances, because I explained why I am qualified for a visa, why I deserve a visa. So explanation letter, guys, is very important in your visa application. So in every proof of documents that you are going to submit, give a cover letter that will explain what is this documents is all about, why you are qualified, and why you deserve a visa. So I hope, guys, this video help you in your visa application. If you think you need help, or if you think you need sample documents in your visa application, you can message me, guys. I will put my email address on the description box of this video. You can send me email if you need sample documents. The fee is very minimal if you just want it to do it yourself, if you want to write your explanation with you. But if you want to help me with your entire visa application, you can avail my full service. The only thing you will do is to submit your application in the CIC. So if you want, guys, to avail the services, you can message me my personal email. I will put in the description box of this video. I hope, guys, this video will help you in your visa application. Thank you for watching again. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, or hit that bell button so that you get notified of my next video. Thank you again, guys, and see you on my next video.